Hi, welcome to my holiday reservation system developed in Visual Basic using object-oriented technique. So let me show you guys how this works. First of all, let's click on reset. There we go. And we can always exit or restart the whole system and enter information for our customer there. That's customer ID, and the customer name happens to be Paul Parker, of my good man, and address of Parker is 15 Townway, postcode Y6, and town, let's say it's Carltonville. A number of people, let's make that 2. Country, let's just assume is Norway. And destination, shall we go for London? And country, no destination. Okay, let's just say Anslo there. Put down something like that. Then hotel, let's just say Sami, and the cost per night. Okay, the cost of the hotel per day. Right, what about the airline? I'm going to make the airline, let's say Kingston Air. Departure points, let's go for Luton. Arrival, let's say Hounslow. And departure time, arrival time, and the cost of flight there. So select, and let's check that. Click on total. There we go. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is to take you guys straight into Visual Basic development environment, and we'll put one of these together. So let's do that now, guys. Hi, and welcome to Visual Basic object-oriented tutorial of holiday reservation system. I'm going to start by clicking on new project, and right there make sure Visual Basic is selected. Select Windows Forms application, give your project a name. I'm going to call mine VB Holiday Reservations, and let's click on OK. Now the form is ready. I'm going to set the size of the form to 1386 by 800 there. Let's try that again. Okay, all right. Now I'm gonna go for a panel. Now let's grab a panel there, add a panel there, and let's change the properties of that very panel. Border, I'm gonna make that fixed 3D and just move it right out there. Okay, let's copy this across and stretch it that much. Change the back color of the very first one, this very one. Let's change it to maybe control dark. And right in there, I'm going to enter a label. There, and inside that very label, I'm going to enter holiday reservation, and let's increase the, or maybe we say reservations. Let's increase the font size. I'm going to make that bold, maybe 48, drag it up. And let's change the color to control light right there. Now the next thing I like to do is let's drag this that much and add the following. I'm going to add some label to it. And the label, and let's increase the font size of that very label to about 16 bold. And just copy it across. Hold on to your control, drag and copy. Okay, I'm going to change the text properties. So let's call that customer ID. And the next one will be first name. We have surname. Let's go for address right there. Okay, we need a postcode, and that would be maybe county, or let's call that town. Alright, there. Okay, I've added some text box there. Alright, now the next thing is let's copy this across and just hold on to the control, click and drag. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to reduce this, or maybe just PWO process and get back to you guys. We'll need another one here. Just delete everything that we have in here. Can see some corrections here to be made. Right. Okay. Let's get something for my receipt. Let's come in here, grab rich text box. That will be the receipt for the tickets. Right. So let me just speed up the whole development of this interface and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, this is how it looks for now, but I'm thinking of changing this to number up and down. Let's see, number up. There we go. Number up. Okay, I think I might be able to change that as well. Right, and maybe for the departure and arrival, let's get rid of those two and change that as well. Let's copy it across. So that's going to be for minutes and seconds. Maybe hour. Okay, hour and minute. Let's copy this across there. Right. Let's see. Okay, this is going to be my minute and seconds, so hours and minutes. And maybe here we should try and sum it up. We don't need a label here, that will just show the total of everything in there. Let's come in here and just enter. Yeah, that would be for my hours and minutes. Okay, let's increase the font size of that to maybe about 16 as well. Alright, and just copy that across down here. Okay, and this very one, I'm gonna have to remove these. But first thing first, let's copy. I'm gonna copy this so that I can use it for the rest of my development, and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done with that. Okay guys, I have completed the design of the interface. So what I'm going to do now, maybe I should just run it, you guys have a good look at it. This is how the interface looks right now, but nothing is happening so far. Let's close that. Now let's go to the project, and in there I'm going to select add class, because this whole project is based on it's an object-oriented program. So let's change the name of this. I'm going to say C customer. The C represents class, and let's click on add there. Okay, the first thing I'll do is let me enter a private. Let's go for customer ID underscore ID. I'm going to make that string, and the next thing I'm going to go for first name and so on. Yeah, so the next one is going to be first name. I've just copied and pasted that anyway, followed by surname, and let me see, where do I have my address? I have the address, postcode. Alright, let's come back in here. The next one is going to be address. I think I do have a postcode. Then the town, and finally I think I have number of people traveling. Okay, so paste that in there and just call that number of people. Okay. Alright, since all of these are private, that means no one will be able to gain access into it. I might as well, let's create public set and get, and maybe change this one to just that. Okay, let's come down here and just go for public. I'm going to say sub set customer ID, and let's say by value and the value as, I'm going to make that string anyway, and let's come down here. In that case, customer ID equals value. That is one taken care of. So the next one is going to be for first name. That will be first name, and let's say sets first name, and this one is going to be surname. Right, then we have 4 more, so I'm just going to copy all of these and paste. I need to change this as well to first name. First name equals value, surname equals value. Right there. Okay, that's fine. Let's just copy this and speed up the whole process. Paste. Okay, so that we can update the value let's go for public. That should be function, and the first one I'm going to make that as get customer ID, and that will be, let's just enter parentheses and end function, and right in there I'm just going to enter return, and that will be customer ID. Right there. So that's for the customer ID. So we'll be able to update the customer ID now. So I have 6 more of those. So let's just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now the next one, I'm going to change this to surname. Right. No, that's first name. And just change this to first name. Then we have surname. And this becomes surname to return the surname. Now we have, I think we have address here. Okay, we have postcode. Then after that, I presume, or I believe we have town. Just enter town here as well. Town. And right here we have here number of people. I'm just going to copy that and take it down. Number of people. Right there. So we can now update the text box here for customers details. Right. Okay, I'm going to create another class for, let me create another one for the flight. I can always go to project and just click on add class, but I'm going to prefer to do it right here. So let's say public class C flight. So that will be for my flight right there. So in there, let's say private, that should be airline, or what did I call it? Yeah, name of airline. So I can just enter airline anyway. So I'm going to say airline has range. So I'm going to speed up the rest. Okay, that's my second class created, but right inside this class, since it's all private, I'm going to now declare some public get, set and get, so that end user can gain access to it. Okay, now let's come in here. I can just copy one of these and just change it around. Let's copy this. So come right down here, and I'm going to paste the content I've just copied in there, and this one is going to be set airline there, and the value is going to be airline there. That's taken care of. I have 6 of those, so I'm just going to copy this across. Okay, the next one is going to be point of departure. So for the point of departure, set point of departure, point of departure right here. Then we have point of arrival. Paste that there and change this around as well. Then we have departure time. Let's see my arrangement here. Departure, okay. Departure time is next. Paste that right there and paste this here. Then finally I have arrival time. Arrival. Then I also have the cost. Copy that and paste that right there. Okay, that is my class for the flights. Okay, but we need to now make it accessible to the user. Right, that's the first one. So I'm going to copy that and just change it for the next one. The next one is departure, point of departure. Just change it to get departure, and this is point of departure. Copy that and repeat exactly the same thing for the next one. I think this is got to do with arrival. Yeah. Okay, I reckon you guys get the whole idea, so I'm just gonna speed that up now and get back to you. Okay, we finished that off. Okay, that's for the public class C flight, so have a good look at that as well. So this is where we set all the variables. Okay, and this is where we get all the variables. Now I've created a class for customer and class for accommodation. Now we need class for flight. Now accommodation and holiday. So let's come in here. So I'll show that to you. Customer day, and right here flight, and I've now created one for accommodation. Let's take it down and just create one. Let's create one for the holiday. There we go. That is for the holiday. As you can see, I've actually created an object here and call each of the classes. Okay, that is for the holiday. And in the case of the holiday class, if you guys can notice, in there I have event for summer and I also have event for winter. So let's do something about those as well. Okay, right here guys, I've created a class for winter. Okay, let's take it from here. That's winter class and up to here, and all of the events are covered. Now the other one is for the summer class. That's it right there. Okay, and as well all of the events are covered, and in here we have the calculations for each of those events, or for the events. As you can see, I inherited the content inside the class holiday let's change it to okay, that's fine. Just leave it as holiday class. Okay, now so that you guys can see it properly, what I'm going to do is let's just collapse each of them. That's class customer, class flight, class accommodation. Okay, right. Now what I want to do is take care of this very timepiece there, and to achieve that I'm going to create a class. So what will happen is if the user use this number up and number down, if you select anything more than 10, then it will default to 0. Yes. Okay, let's go straight into the class, and right here this is the class created for the time. I already have a private departure time there, and here I've assigned 2 variables, okay, one for hour and minute. And here what I've done is if number is less than 10, then you add 0. That's what's going to happen here. Okay, else this value here equals string, and the same thing here. So have a good look at it. Okay, let's take it down. This is where I've returned the value straight into this method here. Okay, now that is for departure time. Exactly the same thing was repeated for arrival time. That's to do with the flight arrival. Okay, and what will happen is I want this to be concatenated in here. Okay, what I have in here, if it's less than 0, then it will add a 0 here. Okay, so have a good look at it. You can always try it out yourself and see how it works. So go back up so that you can see the codes. Right. Okay, what we now need to do is let's come in here and start work with the whole coding. So maybe I should just create something. Okay, let's create another class that I might use for my exit and so on. So maybe I should just call that, or just enter the code right in here. Okay, let's create another class. Let's copy that, and I'm going to call that exit. Right. Okay, right inside class exit, let me define the following. I'm going to call it public. Let's say shared function, and let's call it system exit or exit system. There, and in there I will then declare a variable. I'm going to call it iExit as dialog result, and inside iExit let's enter message box dot show, and let's say confirm if you want to exit, and let's come out here, enter a name for it, and the name we just call it holiday reservation. holiday reservation booking. Yeah, that's reservations booking. That's fine. Right, and it's a comma Visual Basic message box button dot yes no comma message box icon dot. I'm gonna go for exclamation mark there, and use an if statement to check the selection made, as if I exit equal dialog results dot yes. Then we can just say, okay, application dot exit. Right, that is fine. Okay, so the first thing I'll do now is, okay, I will go straight into the design area and just try this out. So the class is called cexit dot exit system there. So we can just try that out. Okay, let's click on exit. There we go. You can see the exclamation sign there. If I click on no, that means the system will not exit. If I click on yes, there we exit the system. Now the next thing we want to do is I'm going to create, let's add a model. Let's come in here, add a model there. So let's come in here, add a model. Okay, that's my model selected. I'll just click on add, and there we go. So inside the model, inside model 1, I'm going to call all of the above. Okay, I'm actually calling my holiday class, winter holiday, and summer holiday. Right, so let's come back in here. Now that you guys see that, have a good look at it. Now come back in here. The classes that I've just called, or the object that I've just created, I mean, is from these ones here, from this class: summer holiday, winter, and holiday class. There they are. Now, okay, what I'm now going to do is, you see, for the holiday events, I'm going to double click on the form so that I can disable. Now I should be able to just disable all of these, the check boxes, and only be able to enable them with either this radio button or this radio button. So double click on the form, and right there just disable all of those components. So if I run it now, right there you see those components, they are all disabled. So I should only be able to enable it with this one or this one. So exit and come back in here. Let's double click on this and use an if statement. If rb summer dot checked equals true, then I want the following equipment to be enabled. Okay, let me copy all of those, paste them in here. I want this enabled. That'll be true and true. Why these ones are false? Okay. Else, I want all of these disabled. So let's come in here and say else it should be disabled. Maybe we disable just this. there. Now for the, let's try this out first before taking care of the second one. If I enable these two are, okay, these two are now enabled, but if I enable this, okay, that is fine. Yeah, okay. All right, let's repeat the same thing for the other one. I'm just going to copy everything in here. Let's copy it all, come straight into the other one and double click on this one, paste that in there and change this around. There. So the true will be those three. That's false, false, and that'll be true. Before doing that, undo it. Let me just copy those three first. Copy, paste them in here. Right, and true, true. It's true, true, and true. There. Okay, so I think those two are taken care of. Now let's try it out. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we can just select anyone we want here, and let's say we select this. Oh, it's you uncheck as well. Look at it, it's you uncheck. So that's an error. So let's come in here with disabled, and check should be false. Let's just get this too. Dot checked equals false, and this one too. There. Repeat the same thing here. Copy all of this, just paste it there. Dot check false, false, and false. Right, let's try it out again. Now check all of these. If I check this, there we go. All right, working as we want. Okay, then exit, and let's take care of the timer itself. Okay, for the timer, double click, and first thing is to declare the following variables. Okay, we'll declare 5 variables there and 2 class. Okay, one for the arrival time and the arrival timer and the departure timer. Now let's come in here. All right, for this timer, so what I will do is I want the exact departure time, everything displayed here, and the arrival displayed here. So if I double click on this, and let me collapse that, and in here what I intend to do is, let's say departure time dot set departure time, and in that case I'm going to call my object, I think it's called NU departure hour dot value. Dot value, and let's say comma. This should be comma here. This should be dots. And the next one is going to be, that will be NU, that's for minutes, this very one there, and that should be dot value. So in that case, and I want everything in here stored inside the label, stored inside these very labels. So go back in there and just call that very label LBL departure dot text equals all that we have in here. Copy and paste. And that will be get. Right. Okay, that's the first one taken care of. If I copy this, I can copy, that's for the hours. I can copy that and just paste it right in here for the minute. There. So if I run it, let's run it and see. Then we just see how it goes. There we go. So the departure time is 3 a.m. in the morning. Let's say we have 3:10. That's the departure time. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the arrival time. So let's come in here. I might as well just copy and change the values around for the arrival. So come right in here, double click on this and just paste that in there for the arrival. Oh, okay, let's just say arrival time dot set arrival. Yeah, let's set arrival as in. Let's see, that's arrival should be somewhere here. There we go. Arrival hours dot value comma new arrival dot minutes dot value there, and I believe it's LBL arrival dot text equals arrival time dot get. Arrival times get arrival time. There we go. So I'm going to copy this and just paste it on the second one here. There. And if I run it, let's see, that's departure time and an arrival time. So that is arrival time. So that is sorted. I'm going to double click on the reset so that I can take care of that. I'm going to use for each txt in panel 2. So controls of type text box. So I'm just going to say txt dot text equals clear. That is for my panel 2. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for panel 3. So I'm just going to copy that, and panel 4. So we change this to 3 and 6. I mean panel 6, because I have, this is panel 3 and panel, this is panel 6 and there's panel 2. Right, that's fine. So let me go into inside the form load. Just copy all of this. I will also paste that inside my reset button here. Yeah. Okay, we also need to reset. So this one, where is it? Yeah, there we go. Get the name of that and just reset that. That's for summer and this is for winter. Dot checked equals false, and RB dot winter dot checked equals false as well. Now we have some LBLs. I have LBL subtotal. The text equals there. I think there's one for task. Copy that and just LBL. Try that again. Tax there. And LBL total there. Okay, those are the ones I can remember. Let's check which are the ones. Okay, we have one here and we have one here. Yeah, accommodation. So, and this one is LBL travel costs. Let's copy that. And that is LBL.tax equals clear. LBL travel costs the text equals there. Okay, now what I've done is, you see this one that I've addressed the panel directly, that will just clear the content inside each of those panels. This one, like in panel 2, 3 and 6. Okay, but these ones I had to clear them separately. Alright, so that should hopefully take care of the clear. Okay, let's try it out and see. Alright, now let's come in here. We can't enter anything in there, so alright, and this I need to, this is not taken care of, so clear. Right, that's good. Apart from that very one, the receipt. So let's come back in here and take care of the receipt. RT receipt dot clear there. Okay, so let's assume we've taken care of most of the component and the receipt. So the next thing will be, okay, now let's take care of the total itself. So I'm going to exit out. The first thing I'm going to do is let's declare, okay, some something for the tax here. Okay, that's the function for tax, and here that's the tax itself. Alright, now I have the function there. The next thing I want to do here is I'm gonna maybe just speed it all up. So right inside the total itself, I'm going to declare this variable, and in there I'll be using that to calculate my tax, subtotal, and total. Okay, why I call this very class from my class here, class declaration. I think I have that in here. Right, that's it right there. Okay, back in here. So if I work on this now, all you guys will just see will be the cost of everything and the tax. So let's see what's going to happen. So let's enter some value in here. Okay, let's say that one is about 4, that's 4 people, and we have that in there. The cost of accommodation for the 4 people and the cost of the flight. So if I click on total, I don't even need to select this. If I click on total, that's what we get really. So nothing is happening yet. Now what we need to do is, I'm going to now add the following. So let's come down here and add the following class right there. Okay, I just had to speed this up because it's going to take forever. Okay, so nothing is still going to happen inside the receipt because I still need to enter a couple of lines of code for the receipt itself. Now let's see what's still going to happen. So we run it and just see. In here, let's suppose we have 4 people flying and the cost of accommodation is £67, and the flight, let's say that's the flight, so that's it costs us 2,000 plus. Okay, but there's nothing happening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use if statement to activate this. So if this one is selected or this, we should get something there, right? So have a good look at those lines of codes for total. So all I need now is the lines of code for the receipt. So just have a good look at that. Right, for the receipt, and right here are the lines of code for the receipt. I have to speed this up because it's going to take forever putting those together. So here are the lines of code. Have a good look at it. So using an if statement, and this is what's going to happen. Let's bring it down so that you can see it, and drag this there. Right, that will be the end of this tutorial. So what I'm going to do now is just to run it so that you guys can see if that works or not. So we'll run that there. So let's enter customer ID here, and the customer name, let's call in, no, that should be Johnny South, and address is 23 Laneway, postcode NY7, and the town, let's say it's Carlton. Okay, how many people for the street? Let's make that 4. Country, let's say the country happens to be UK. UK is fine. And destination, the destination happens to be Norway. And how many? The hotel, well, I don't know any place there, so I'm just going to call it Winter Hotel. And the cost, that's the cost. Okay, let's enter the cost of the flight. Let's make that one. Yeah. So the next thing is I'm going to select maybe summer holiday and select those equipment and just click on OK. There we go. That's the cost of everything. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now.